football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top...
Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 64 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
On first down, Fox. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw on third down, Fox. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And on now is the punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fox. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
From the 10, 1st and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Fox. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So that drive of 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Houston set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now a handoff looking right. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrington. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll run on 1st down. Rosenthal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off the play fake. Fox. Open space inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Fox. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point attempt to follow here. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. And now out comes Houston. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Armadillos are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it second down and 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Fox. And he's got his big tight end here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, Rosenthal puts it on the carpet. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. From the gun, Fox. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31. Back to throw. Fox. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Back to throw here. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They bring their punter out there now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Fox. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Operating from the gun, Fox. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fox. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And down inside the 15 he goes. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fox. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken in at the 3. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the second quarter you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all, and what they're really seeking is how do I play even better and inspire my teammates to do exactly the same in order for us to get back on top on the scoreboard. That's when you find out you have a quarterback. If they're just satisfied with their stat line,
they're not really a leader.
Not at all. You just have a guy playing the position.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Tough running, but not a lot to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd and 3. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short the line to gain. They come up short here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. On 1st and 10, Fox. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Throwing on 1st down, Fox. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st down, Fox. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This one fielded at the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Lions get back above 500 as they move to 3-2 with the victory. From there, we'll head to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paul Brown Stadium. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. The Bengals get back above 500 as they move to 3-2 with the victory. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City, see what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And that one all tied as they host the visiting Falcons. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
To throw on second down, Fox. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fox. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, Fox looking for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. got it inside the 10 at the 8. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd down, Rosenthal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Came up about a yard short, but I can't help it, Brandon. I love it when the big guy gets the football and he tries to battle his way forward. There's something about those guys carrying the ball and watching people trying to stop them. That's just great theater.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Here we go.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Harrington. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Cooper. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Back to throw. Fox. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fox forced out to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. The Seahawks send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, Fox. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Now a second down and 6. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say, forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Looking to throw. Fox. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And his kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
Houston's offense taking over again.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
13 yards remaining on second down.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. They'll look to throw here. He wants it all for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Armadillos get a bit closer. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a one-score game. And that almost makes it a brand-new ball game. Now it's a one-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense.
That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. High school coaches used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. On second down now, Rosenthal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Fox. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome.
Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Let's get it.
Three yards remain for second down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd down at 4.
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Down to about the 22 here. He digs them partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And his kick is good. And that'll get the lead down to 5.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Fox. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
hands it off out of the gun.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Back to throw. Fox. Escaping the pressure right. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. That time a 6-play drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Let's go, let's go.
Houston set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. So out comes the field goal team once more. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 15. And time, a huge factor. Their 4-game winning streak in great danger. He'll come out throwing here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrington. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. Second down and inches. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Looking left side, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible two-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for two here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you're wondering why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point right down the middle as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So the victory here for Seattle, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Seahawks, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.